Hi, Mike DePung here, and I would like to share with you another one of my poems, one that I've shared in the past, and I in one at one time, and I don't remember exactly where. I don't know if it was on YouTube, if I read it. I don't remember if I published it in a Medium, but I've revised it rather extensively, and I felt like it was very relevant to the collective then, and maybe very resonant with some individuals. But it's still just as relevant, and I hope that there is resonance for some of you. If you're on a healing journey, this might address some of what you feel from healing with the inner child and the memories of what childhood was, the wounded child, wounded perhaps by society and the collective, by dynamics that are forces that are all around us. And so I just want to read this. It's a rather long poem. I will tell you that up front. And I might make a few comments at the end. I probably will. I hope that it is significant for you in some way in your life. So here it is. The poem is called Whose Brother Am I? I am no one's brother, it seems. No right to call another such or to expect anyone to denominate this white-skinned, blue-eyed me as brother. The inner child remembers, the wounded child seeks understanding from the now shimmering vagueness at the corner of Spring and Allure in this South St. Louis neighborhood. Why do those who are darker than me and different in some ways than me ignore me or threaten me? Why was I chased from the Bevo days by a fat drunk man for walking with an Asian girl? Why did so many root for the Duke and other heroes against the Indians? Why did so many refer to the other with such anger-provoking names for those residents of the Hill, of those from the Hispanic populations of the farther South Side, of those from wealthier places like Clayton, and of those living in Pruitt-Igoe and Darst-Webby? The black race. Has this white man ever felt the lashes of slavery, oppression, or the denial of most basic human rights upon his back? Has he lived in a culture shaped by the hatred of those who look like him, in a culture based in part on distrust and fear of those who are deputized to reinforce the myth that success and safety are for those who sound and dress and think like him? These abused run as Robbie Burns's mouse, knowing my words mean little. My history says to them, run. The indigenous. Have you shared enforced journeys from your ancient lands, knowing that your home is burned? Your spirit-filled lands of crystal streams, buffalo herds, and abundant trees that provide sustenance have vanished? Do you know how your people and history are mangled to thoughtless capitalistic destruction for the pursuit of wealth, power, and control? Have you shared in the culture shaped by the lies of deceitful promises and treaties meant to eradicate you, bury you, imprison you in the reservation cells of what is temporarily worthless? Worthless until some lucrative discovery instigates more lies to unreserve what had been reserved, more broken promises, more hatred and fear. The women. Have you cringed at the advances of lasciviousness, being overpowered and voiceless, closing your eyes until he was finished? Have you taken pleasure in your accomplishments only to discover that he does less and receives more than me? Has your voice been silenced at the tables of philosophy, science, letters, and leadership, only to see the destruction worked by a failed testosterone? Have you time and again heard words about how you are valued, only to have those values legally denied? The others. How many more possible siblings might I name, ones who would never call me brother, those other gendered precious souls, exquisite in their otherness, those who choose to love in different ways from what those who look like me might say, are those who dress differently, process differently, celebrate holidays of which I have little awareness, or who speak a different language in their home. The response: I am no one's brother, it seems, yet that bro word flies thoughtlessly in so many contexts today. Oh, do not pity me, for I do not deserve to be called brother by those worthy ones above, nor do I wish to be called brother by those who with malice cast these brothers and sisters aside. Wait, I hear a good man's words inviting me to sit at the table of brotherhood and sisterhood too. And I hear a good woman's voice wishing me simply, very simply with hope, good morning. And I hear the oak next to me whisper, wisdom and healing are here, come. And the blue jay in its resonant voice, learn. And the crow in its vigilant voice, look, the magic is here. And the hawk in its mindful voice, remember, your visions are sure. And the cardinal in her sweet, colorful voice, show yourself, you are beautiful. And I hear a symphony of rocks and stones and plants and unseen energies compose a question that rises to a sweet crescendo. Whose brother do you want to be? I am everyone's brother. And the question of my healing child now asks, who will be my siblings? What fun can we have together? And that's the poem. Now, like I said, I know it's long. I also, for those few of you who might be responding to this in any way, you might want to catch a couple of quotes in there, and you can look them up. Maybe it's a little more investment on your part. Um, and it might be instructive to you. I included them because they carried the energy that I wish to convey in this, just like poets of past who have allusions to different works of literature or art, the Bible. So I have some allusions here, not illusions, allusions. Um, And I hope that it might make you think about who you are. And when we discover who we are, we do have this exploration and we realize, oh, there's healing that needs to be done because this me, this who I am, has been affected by what has gone on in the past, has been affected by many things. And there are these polarities about us, but we get to reconcile them. And I hope that this poem can help you reconcile some of the things because as at the very beginning of this poem, it was these memories of what I felt and what I experienced as a child in South St. Louis. They're still with me many, many decades later. So until next time, I'm going to leave you with the meanings of this poem and hopefully that you will sense the love and peace I intend by them. Bye now.